audibletrial.com/talkitout, where you can search over 1,800 different types of audiobooks for 30 days for free and download a free audiobook. audibletrial.com/talkitout.
Never do that again.
Talk it.
Ew.
Go ahead.
Okay, so today's episode is going to be about being healthy versus unhealthy versus fitness and fatphobia, and how basically people are treated in society if society deems them unhealthy. So my question to start off is, do you yourself feel like you are healthy or unhealthy? And define that for me. Like, define what you think healthy and unhealthy means. And then also, do you feel like it really matters to you whether or not you're healthy or not? So whoever wants to start off can go ahead.
My name is Gabby. I think I'm pretty healthy.
Miss Jim.
AKA, I don't get sick, but I did get sick. Let me clarify. When I started my job last year, I got sick, but that was because of who I was around. But like, I don't really get sick like that. And I I have my checkups and whatever, and everything's fine. They tell me my blood pressure's okay, my glucose, everything, and I'm not in pain, and I can get around, and I'm so I think I'm healthy. I think that's what healthy means. Your body is working as it should.
So what do you mean by that, though? Because, like, what do you mean by you feel healthy? Like, what is health
No,
to
that's
you?
what I'm saying. My body
sick.
works as it should.
So you're not
I'm
sick.
not in any pain. I'm not like, my body is, you can feel healthy. You can feel sick. You can feel unhealthy. My body feels healthy. And when I check myself up, check at the doctor, they say I'm healthy.
So healthy to you is like going to the doctor and saying,
healthy is,
I'm just clarifying because I want to make sure that I'm hearing what you guys say correctly.
healthy is various things. Because are we talking about physical, mental?
We're talking about health,
physical health.
period. No, we're talking about health,
Okay,
period.
well, as far as mental health, I mean, you can pretty much tell that for the most part. Or
No,
if you're just really in your head and you can't tell, somebody can tell you. But as far as physical health, I mean, unless you have like something hit like a cancer or something like that, you should be able to know if your head's hurting, if you broke a leg, if your skin is working, if your lungs are working properly. And I mean, I don't have any of those problems. And then, I go to the doctor and they tell me I'm okay. So I guess I'm fine.
What about you, Joy? So wait, Gabby, do you think that it matters to you whether you're healthy or not? Like, is that
Absolutely.
important?
Yes.
That's important to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
In
I
order
mean,
to live a long
understandable
life.
because
Yeah.
you're always at the gym, but
I'm just saying, to live a long life.
we're
yeah.
shaming you for being a gym rat.
We're
No,
gym
I'm just-
shaming you.
Gym
I
shame.
don't care.
I'm just kidding. What about you, Joy?
Okay, physically, I am healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I am, according to the doctors, overweight.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody is in America is overweight, so I mean, that's just the truth. But I'm healthy. I don't have any. But no, wait. I'm so sick, y'all. I'm so sick. Let me tell you why. My wrist is hurting, like right as we speak right now. I think I sprained it. I don't know what happened.
Oh, no.
But yes, I'm unhealthy because my wrist is hurting like so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But anyway, but other than that, I'm really healthy. I think I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. I'm not you know what I mean? But mentally, we don't know what's up there. I'll just wait to get my test back. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real. No, I'm just kidding.
For real, just kidding, for real.
No, but I think I'm mentally healthy. I think people make me feel like I'm crazy, but I think I'm mentally healthy.
Okay.
I think I'm spiritually healthy. In my mind, in my soul, in my spirit, like my whole essence. I feel like that's healthy because I feel like I'm right with what I got to be right with. But I think I'm healthy as far as an overall health question. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I can see. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Except
that
for
makes
my
sense.
wrist, y'all. Pray for my wrist.
On my
Um,
wrist.
Insert Chris Brown song.
Yeah.
I want to say, and I'm just gonna give a little background because I am like a size 22, like a 2X in shirts, and I weigh a bit over 300 pounds. But at the same time, I feel like I'm really healthy. Like, I don't eat sugar, I don't eat meat, I work out, what else? I'm trying to think. Like, I drink so much water all the time. Like, I just feel like physically, even though I'm fat. No.
Do you have
That's why I'm just saying, like, even though I'm fat, I am healthy. And I think that's kind of where I want to bring this to, is because there's this huge stigma about fat people being unhealthy, and how just because you're fat, you're going to have high blood pressure or diabetes and stuff like that. So, like, to me, no, I am healthy. And mentally, that's a different topic for a different day. But physically, I think I'm pretty healthy even as a fat person. So my next question, or my next thing, it's going to come to like the stigma of being healthy in society.
I think you missed the question. I'm sorry, but
no, there wasn't a question.
I think it's important to you to be healthy.
No. I think you missed the question. You said, "Are you healthy?" Now I think you should say, "Are you fit?" Because those are two different questions. You know, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
so am I fat or what?
No, are you fit?
What makes her fit?
Gabby, she's fit because if she wanted to pass a physical training test, I'm sure she could.
And you don't think I could?
I'm talking about me.
Right.
I myself, I huff going to the mailbox. I know that I'm out of shape. I'm not fit. Am I healthy? Yes, but I'm not fit.
I think we should draw that distinction. There's a difference.
Yeah, those are two different things. Being fit, like, I have a hard time, literally. I literally huff going to the mailbox, y'all. That's no joke. I know I need to exercise more, and that's why I'm walking. But even even walking is a big deal now. But being fit and being healthy, they're two different things.
Exactly.
I'm healthy as a horse, some people might say. Or do you eat a horse? No. Healthy as an ox, some people might say. But I'm not fit.
Yeah, and also because that brings me, like, when people lose a lot of weight or whatever, and say they lost the weight from, just eating less, eating better or whatever, and people expect them to be physically fit or physically capable to do all
why can't you keep up?
All these things. Like, no, it's not the same thing. No, because if you haven't trained, if you haven't exercised, and you just lost weight from eating better, then you're not automatically going to be
fit,
physically fit.
Yeah, I don't have a six pack. I don't have a pack. I'm not physically fit.
Yeah, there's a difference. Okay. Yeah.
He gonna stand up like he got a six pack. Negative.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
To kind of define the terms.
There is a difference between being fit and healthy, but I think they go hand in hand in society. I feel like a lot of people think
society confuses the two.
They go hand in hand in society. I feel like a lot of times people feel like if you're not fit, then you're unhealthy. Mm-hmm. If you are fat, you are unhealthy.
If you're skinny, you're healthy.
If you're skinny, you're healthy. Exactly. Yeah. Being fat does not equal unhealthy. And being fit does not equal healthy. Like,
yeah, that's true.
You can be fit all you want, but that doesn't mean that you're healthy. Because I know a lot of people with six packs who are on the football team in college who went out and got drunk every weekend and who were always, like, smoking cigarettes and just being so reckless with their own bodies.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, you can be fit, but that doesn't mean you're healthy. And I feel like a lot of times, like I said, that's kind of where I want to bring it to. Like, I want to bring it to how society perceives you based on how much you weigh, mm-hmm. or how much you work out, or what you look like and stuff like that. So my first topic is about fat phobia and, like, about fat shaming people.
Mm-hmm.
How others like to look at fat people who eat and they like laugh at them, and like they don't even understand the background of it. Like obviously, healthier foods are way more expensive. As a fat person, I could go to McDonald's and get a $2 cheeseburger and I would be fine. As a healthy person and eating veggie meat, I have to buy a pack of veggie meat that's not even like 10 ounces, and it cost me $5. So it's like a lot of times people don't understand that being healthy costs more, and that more people, like people who are, like, I'm kind of going off, but like people laugh at fat people so much. Like as a fat person, especially if you're poor, like if you're poor and fat, like people don't understand that food costs, and like healthy food costs.
I think they understand, but when they're
they don't
laughing,
care.
They don't consider that. Like they know that, but they shut that part of their brain off when they're critiquing a fat person.
Right, and fat phobia isn't just like laughing at someone either. Like I said, it's like being poor and not being able to afford food, so then you're fatter, and so then you're continually in this oppressed group, and like you're just continually going through this huge cycle of like, I'm fat, I'm poor, and like I'm going nowhere in life basically, because everyone's like looking at me differently. For instance, like jobs, like fat people don't get hired for jobs as much because people perceive them as lazy, and they look at them like they're stupid, because fat people are looked at as stupid, lazy, and they can't do anything with their lives. And I understand, like, a lot of times everyone's like, no, I like BBWs, LOL. Like, like Drake, I like my girl's BBW. But he's like,
not talking about
he's not talking about fat people. Like, he's
talking
not.
about
Big butt, small waist.
Right. And talking about like poverty, like schools, like children in schools like that, they're not getting adequate like food. They're not getting healthy food. So how do we really expect these people to grow up in society and not be fat when we're not providing them with the things that they need?
Well, that's the thing, because like if you look at the statistics, I always say America's getting fatter, America's getting unhealthier, but they never address.
Eats so much more than any other country.
It's not even that. It's just they don't address what we just talked about. Like, why is eating healthy so expensive, and how junk food is so accessible and so cheap? Like, you can go into neighborhoods, like you cross the street over here to North Memphis, and the closest grocery store is this Kroger all the way over here. Like, you can't walk there. There's no grocery store. There's no place for you to get adequate fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, anything. They have a corner store here. They might have a McDonald's or something over here, but healthy food is not accessible. And also the education on eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle, it's not that readily available to people.
I agree.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like I'm just thinking back in school, like whenever they told us you need to eat this many grains and that many grains, you need to be underneath the BMI chart, and like the BMI chart is so outdated. It was created like by this guy, I have his name, hold on, let me tell you, Lambert Quindlet. And it was created for the government to have a quick and easy way to measure obesity 200 years ago. So it was kind of like a life hack. If people were over this, they're fat. It wasn't like a real thing that he created. It was a mathematician who created it, not a real scientist or a real doctor who says, hey, all of these people are fat because of X, Y, and Z or something. It was just some quick, easy way to determine whether or not this person was fat or not. And so like we go off this BMI chart as a society. It's not even right. Like I just feel like it's so wrong. And again, like we're talking about healthy food, but I don't think we should shame people who don't eat healthy either. Like people who don't eat healthy, we should not be shaming them for not eating what we eat.
What do you mean shame?
That was about to say, what do you mean shame?
For instance, Gabby, and I'm going off you. Because, as you know, I like to eat hot Cheetos. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
but you have this really awful problem of shaming me for eating hot Cheetos. Like really, really bad. Because it's not quote unquote healthy in your eyes. So it's not okay for me to eat it.
Let's get to the truth. I'm not like, you can't have hot Cheetos, those are terrible. No, because I eat hot Cheetos.
You limit me. So it's like, that's so fat phobic. And I've told you that.
It has nothing
limit
to
you
do
to
with
hold on.
She limits me to like one bag. Like,
oh, okay. That's
no, that's too. That's ridiculous.
She's turning the whole thing
one
because
bag
she's not
is
telling the truth. Let me tell you what
Oh,
happened.
here it goes.
Now, if somebody comes up to you and they're saying, I have a problem, I'm eating too many hot Cheetos, and they're
I never
like,
said I had a problem.
I'm going to limit myself to 2 bags of hot Cheetos a week or something like that. And then they tell you to keep them up on what they're doing and to hold themselves to their word. So me holding you to your word is...
No, that's not how it stemmed from, though. It stemmed because, and I've told you this before, it stemmed because you shamed me. You were like, every time I was eating hot Cheetos, you were like you're eating hot Cheetos?
Because you would eat them every day.
Okay, but that's what I was saying. Like, that wasn't...
It doesn't have anything to do with being fat phobic. It's if I'm... It's
even if I'm not fat, even if I wasn't fat, and you shamed me as a skinny person
that
for
has nothing
eating
to do
hot
with being
Cheetos...
fat phobic. That's just, if somebody's eating the same thing every day, I'm gonna be like, really? It has nothing to do with it's a junk food. Like if you were eating celery every day I saw you eating celery, I'd be like, what, celery again? Like,
No, you would.
Yes, I would.
Because I go to Sonic.
Yes, I would.
Like
Maybe
when,
to you, but no.
like when I used to be, I used to be like, okay, Gabby, do you want to go get some Chinese with me? She's like, okay. Didn't you have that yesterday? I was like, yeah. She's like, we're gonna eat it again. I was like, I want to eat it again.
I don't understand that.
She's like, I'll come with you, but I don't want to eat that again. And
yeah,
like, for anybody who knows me, I'm obsessed with Sonic slushes.
Yeah, and she's shaming you for drinking a lot of sugar. That's
Like-
what it is.
Like, obsessed.
Wait, what are you talking about?
She says she likes Sonic slushes, which has a lot
Okay.
of sugar in it. And so if you said anything about her drinking a lot of Sonic sugary drinks, then that's shaming. And whether you think it is or not, it is. Like, that's shaming someone.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. I'm so sorry to cut y'all off, but since y'all keep doing it to me, shade.
Wouldn't be any different than what you do to us. More shade.
I got time for KT.
Go ahead, Joy.
But what do you mean by fat shaming? Because there are some people who will point it out to you because they care about you and be
That's
like,
that's not caring.
At what point is it caring?
At what point? That's what I'm saying.
It's
When you
not,
say,
ever.
Like,
But
Don't
I think
ever
it-
come
I
to
think
me
it-
and say anything about me eating.
but if if you're telling me that, then I won't. But if I don't know you and I grow to care about you and I say, girl, you know you don't need that. You just have 5 Sonic slushes.
But wait. I'm going back to a previous episode. I don't remember what episode it was, but you talked about how your family or someone came up to you because you were eating.
That's where I'm finna get at.
Yeah, like you were eating something and they came up to you and you were like, girl, you don't need that. Like maybe to them that's just caring. Like they just care about them.
That's what I'm gonna get at. It's a difference between coming up to you and saying something once or twice, and then repeatedly bringing it back up. That's it. It passes the point of, hey, I'm saying this because I care about you. You don't need to be doing this.
But as a fat
And if you're-
person, like that, everyone just comes up to you like, I care about you.
Okay, but
like
what I'm
every
saying, I
single
understand your
person.
situation. Let me tell you why. Everybody in my family is skinny, and when I say skinny,
Right.
I mean there is so much pressure in my family to look a certain way that the motto of my mother's business, because she has a cosmetic business, is image is everything. Imagine coming home from school and you've gained literally 30 pounds from the girl you were, and you were already considered and you already felt fat inside your own family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I get if when they tell me, hey, Lexus, you need to watch what you eat later at night because it sticks to you because you go straight to bed. But when I say, oh, okay, and I hear you what you're saying, and then I say, oh, okay, yeah, okay, but whatever, I understand. Then I do it again. You tell me again. And if I tell you, hey, I get it. I understand you don't need to keep telling me this. Your need to keep telling me that, that's fat shaming. That's what I call fat shaming, because if you're telling me this because, hey, I've gained this weight and it's unhealthy to eat and go to sleep, I understand that.
So I'm going to equate it to, because to me, it's deeper than just saying it one time. Like, to me, even saying it one time is messed up, and you should not say that to me.
And I think that's
I'm
something
saying, like,
deeper
it's kind
within
of
you.
like, no, because no one in my family, everyone in my family is fat. Like, everyone in my family is fat. Everyone.
Then they're hypocrites.
So they've never fat shamed me. Like, none of my family has fat shamed me. It's all been like external sources. It's never been internally.
So
like, it's not something internal.
So your thing is you don't want anybody saying anything
to no one,
but
whether
no,
you are skinny,
not even,
whether you are fat, I don't care. It is not your place to come up to someone and say, hey, what you're eating is wrong. Like, it's not going into your body. It's not your body. I don't care if you care about them or not. Like, it's not your place to come up to someone and say, what you're eating is wrong.
No, I mean, it's not what you're eating is wrong, because
what you're eating doesn't satisfy me.
You can eat anything in you can
like,
eat
what's the
anything
difference?
in moderation, and it's not going to kill you. I mean, even if you eat too many
apples.
apples,
so now fat people are going to die because they eat too much.
I didn't say that. I said you can eat anything too much and it will kill you. You can eat a whole bunch of apples and then die from, like, maybe choking on a cedar. Anything can kill you if you eat too much of it. What I'm saying is, you think that, let's say your sister, she loses a lot of weight. And so she comes on this health kick and becomes like a personal trainer or whatever. And she just comes up to you one day and is like, I understand not saying, like, somebody eating something, you'd be like, ooh, that's unhealthy. You shouldn't be putting that in your body. But what if she just, like, gave you some health advice and was like,
without me
hey,
asking for it?
Yes.
Then that's rude. Yeah. And no, I don't want your health advice.
Sister.
I don't care. That's rude. I don't want your health advice.
But okay,
it's just like
KT has said she doesn't want their health advice. That's her saying that. That's saying she knows who she is.
And that a lot
she's
of
comfortable
fat people
with who
feel
she is.
that way.
But let me finish my point. That you're comfortable with who she is, and if you continue, and if you, after hearing her say that, say, hey, I don't care. When I say you, I just mean the people. If people, after hearing her say that, continue to say, hey, what are you eating, or this is not what you should be eating, then that is fat shaming. Because you have stated, I don't need you to tell me this. I know what I am, and I understand what I am doing may be unhealthy, but you know what I mean? I choose to be this way. Like when it's 12 o'clock at night and I'm hungry and I don't eat chicken salad like some people in my household do, or with the healthy kind, or an apple like some people in my household do, and I eat a burger,
I understand what you guys are saying.
They say something, and I'm like, well, you just ate a burger. Why can't I eat a burger? Because I'm bigger than you? But I have already stated, hey, I understand what I'm doing. Eating at night, I understand that's unhealthy. Let me be me.
But who is to say that is unhealthy?
Because
is what I'm saying.
It's scientifically proven that it's
Where?
unhealthy.
Let me see the facts.
If you eat,
who says that?
Sleep.
Because doctors are fat phobic too.
But
there's fat phobia.
At a certain point, it comes to like what really is. Like if you eat, let's just say you eat 5 huge chocolate cakes.
That's not what. No, I'm talking.
Also,
no, we're not talking about cakes, because that in itself is completely different. We're talking about an apple. Let's do the apple, because that's deemed as like health or whatever if you eat a fruit. So do an apple. Let's say you eat 5 apples in a day. No one is going to come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, that's so bad."
Because apples don't.
Yes, it is, because apples don't give you protein, do they?
No.
Apples don't give you protein. You need protein in your system. Apples
people
give
that
you
had
vitamin
knowledge.
C.
People that had knowledge of it would say that's not a good diet because you're not you don't have enough protein in your diet. You don't have enough
grains,
grains. You don't have any whatever. You don't have a full range of vitamins in that diet. People that had knowledge, but I can see, as far as society is concerned, the way the media is set up, there's not much knowledge. People think they know things, but they don't really know it. So some people, if they saw somebody eating like that, they'll be like, "Oh, girl, you doing so good. You eating your fruits or whatever. You losing weight."
And that's what I'm talking about. Like every day,
healthy.
someone comes. It's like this huge, crazy thing that I'm a vegetarian. Like, oh my God, you don't eat sugar. You're fat. How did you get fat if you don't eat sugar? How did you get fat if you don't eat meat?
Cake or pie.
Like blah 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 blah. Like it's just so this huge, crazy thing that I'm fat and I don't eat sugar. And like it's not just me that happens to. And like I feel like you guys are making me sound crazy, but like it's not just me that happens to. That happens to so many fat people that I've read about like all the time. Like fat people, for instance, like there's so much stuff. Like I have it all written down. Hold on a second, because I knew this was gonna happen. Because Gabby and her health kick and like I
What?
Well, while you're looking that up,
Have I disagreed with anything?
While you're looking that up, let me say something.
Wait, because I gotta hear it. Okay, so fatphobia is fat shaming others for the things that they eat. Like places, like clothing stores, like when me and Gabby go shopping, I can't find anything ever in any of the stores that we shop in. If I even tried, it wouldn't even fit around my leg. Like ever. It doesn't matter what store we go into, I can't find anything because I'm bigger.
Have you tried Lovesick? Because their stuff is so
and it's expensive. Is it not expensive? Like for a t-shirt, it's like $20. Who's got? If you're poor, you don't have $20 for a t-shirt. And that's what I'm talking about. Like fat people are so like they are oppressed, and like no one sees it. We're like this secret group in the back that doesn't say anything but say, "Hey, please don't laugh at us." Like clothing stores in the mall and stuff like that, they don't want anyone over the size like 18 to shop in their stores because it's quote unquote bad for their image. But more women in America are.
Somebody told you don't shop in there.
No, I'm saying that's
like
how
the corporations.
Yeah, the
feel.
corporations. That's how corporations feel, and it's like more women in America are oversized 12 than any other group ever. Like women are oversized 12. There's more than those in America than there are women who's undersized 12. And even like I was saying, like there's other stuffs that are like small things, like fat people having to buy 2 seats on an airplane because we're fat. Like they force you to buy 2 seats on an airplane if you're fat.
I'm not. You gonna hate me for this, but don't you think that's wise?
No.
Okay,
do you want to be embarrassed and say, "Hey, sorry, Lexus, you're not gonna be able to get that chair. You're gonna have to get both chairs." Like, that's because you're fat. That's embarrassing.
Well, what I'm saying, though, is that, isn't it, no, I get what you're saying, that you shouldn't have to do that, but I'm asking.
Like, they should make seats that are big enough.
They should, most definitely. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying because they don't, and because I am no stranger to conforming to the ways of the world, doesn't it sound logical to do that?
No, because these people
Can I finish my point before you upset?
No, because these people are invested in white, middle-aged, thin people, and it doesn't help us in the long run.
Okay, you can't tell me nothing about conformity or how it's not fair. Baby, I'm black. You know what I'm saying?
I know that.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if you're on an airplane and because you know the seats are not small and they don't fit a normal size person, doesn't it sound logical to buy 2 because the next person is going to be uncomfortable, the person on the other side is going to be uncomfortable, and it's going to be a whole
you're going to be uncomfortable.
You're going to be uncomfortable.
So what I'm saying is that I shouldn't have to do that.
Everybody
you
agrees
shouldn't
that
have to do that.
I agree.
I shouldn't have to feel embarrassed about wearing natural hair, but because of what the world is, sometimes it's sad and it's hurtful. But you do have to conform to the world if you want to go anywhere. If I want a corporate job to get me some money, I'm gonna have to put a weave in my head. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Should I have to spend money on a weave? Do you know how much waves cost?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's ridiculous.
But
so your point,
again, my point is that we shouldn't have to.
We understand.
I agree with you. You shouldn't.
But so then don't. When I'm saying like I shouldn't have to, don't tell me that I have to conform. Like I should not have to conform.
You don't.
But no.
To.
Go back to Alexis's
I'm not going to do that.
Go back to Alexis's point about the natural hair. We agree. You shouldn't have to conform. You shouldn't.
But you're going to.
We could say that 10,000 times. You shouldn't have to conform. But If you want to get to that place, that's the only way you're going to get it, by conforming.
No, you do not have to conform.
How are you going to
If
tell
you
me
don't,
you
okay,
have to
don't conform
Casey?
and you won't get the
don't.
job. Don't conform, you won't get the job. I mean,
That's what I'm
just kinda
saying.
how
We
it is.
should go against it. Like, why can't we
wait,
go
so-
against it?
Black people have been going against it.
I
for
understand
years.
that. I'm not stupid. I get that. I understand
Wait,
that.
but let's go back
100%.
But
to
has
the
it gotten
plan
us
thing.
anywhere? That's what I want to know. Are we equals?
No.
Are
you're
you
not.
going to be equal if you keep pushing against the grain to make a difference in life?
So
I hate
then
to
that
say
means
it,
that
but
Black
to
Lives
make a
Matter
diff-
doesn't matter, and
to
like
make
all
a
none
difference
of what
in
they
life,
do matters.
KT, you have to conform to get to where you want to go, then break down the barrier. You can't break down barriers without power, and you can't have power without conforming to the system to grow to get the power.
No.
we can debate that, but I think let's go back to the airplane thing, KT.
I don't
So-
want to talk about it anymore. I'm through. I'm through again. Like, I don't want to do this podcast anymore. Just cut it off completely.
Stop talking because you don't.
No,
agree.
like
You
I'm
can't
through
do that.
because like what I'm saying obviously doesn't matter.
That's how I felt in the previous
I understand
podcast.
that you like I get that. Like what I'm saying doesn't matter because apparently I have to conform to society in order to succeed.
Your
Who
feelings
I'm not
matter, KT.
I'm not gonna conform. Like I'm never gonna conform. I'm
Okay,
never
but
gonna be
what does
skinny.
it have to do
I'm never
with
gonna do
the
that.
Airplane? What's it have to do with the airplane seats?
It has to do with it
She's
because I'm saying
she
that
would rather drive than buy 2 airplane seats.
Do it.
That drive. But what I'm saying,
that-
because
you're
you
not
choose to do
listening.
that,
Listen.
Okay, what are you? Okay, say it.
What
KT.
I'm
is
saying is that the world I should not have to conform to the world, just like black women should not have to conform to get a job.
Okay.
And I fight for that every single day. Every single day, I'm out here educating other white people in my community who say fucked up shit. Like every single day. Especially like all the people that I work with. And I'm not saying all that to get a cookie or whatever. I'm just saying like every day we're out here saying something about, like saying something about that and being like, hey, this is messed up. But we don't have anyone on our side. Fat people do not have anyone on our side. Like we are literally out here, like I said, in the corner fighting and saying, hey, please get bigger seats on an airplane so we don't have to get 2 seats. And like you guys are completely going against it. Like, well, you should conform. You should be thin, blah, blah, blah. Like that's what it sounds like. That's what you're saying.
Because I never had the chance to explain what I was saying. I'm not saying you should be skinny. I'm saying if you want bigger seats, then do the work and get other people to organize and do the work for bigger seats. At this time, it is what it is. Either you can sit in the little tight one, or you can buy 2. Those are your only choices. While you're working, while you're doing the work, if you're trying to get on an airplane, unfortunately, those are the only 2 choices. You can't make them. You can't like build to a bigger seat in an airplane right now. You have to simultaneously do the work, and you got to live in the world at the same time. I mean, what is your solution to this? I mean, taking into account, say we're already doing the work. So while you're doing the work, what is your solution to this at this moment?
What do you mean? Like, what is my solution?
Like, if you're getting on an airplane, so what are you going to do?
If I'm getting on an airplane, what am I going to do? Demand my own seat. Like, I should not have to pay for 2 seats if I'm bigger. So
Demand 1 seat.
Demand as many seats as I need. Because I should not have to conform. It's not my fault your seats are too small. I bought 1 seat, and I bought this airplane. I spent my hard-earned money. So you should, just like anything else, like everyone else accommodates other people in this world, you should accommodate me too.
I mean, what?
That's true. They should accommodate you.
And I shouldn't be forced to pay more money just because you feel like you shouldn't have to accommodate me. Just like in sizes, like just because I'm 2 sizes bigger than a size 20, I have to pay $2 extra. Why should I have to pay $2 extra?
I understand
They buy fabric in bulk. what is 2 inches bigger in fabric? Like, why should I have to spend more money because you don't want to conform? Like, you don't want to be exclusive or inclusive to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I should not have to spend more money out of my pocket just because I'm a fat person.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
just
true.
because you guys are black women, you should not have to spend more money out of your pocket just to buy weave to conform to society.
Of course,
you
yeah.
should not have to do that. And I don't want to be told, yes, you do, because you're fat and you should just have to deal with it. Like, that's not what happens.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you are so correct. You should not have to do that. You should not have to pay. Neither should I, because I have to pay the $2 extra. You probably have to pay two more dollars than me, but I have to pay $2 more than the normal small, medium, and large. I understand where you're coming from, but the point of the matter is that if you want to change things, you can't change things sitting in the back like you say you're doing. You have to move forward, gain the attention that you need, but you can't gain that attention unless who are you going to be talking to if you don't talk to the people who are in that society?
But that's what I'm saying. We are already doing that. We've been doing that. Fat people have been doing that, but we're trying to get our information out. We're every day, like I said, I say stuff about being fat, about being empowered as a fat person, and about how being a fat person, I can do anything else that a thin person can do. But at the end of the day, what progress is it making if we don't have thin people on our side?
I get that. It's the same argument.
Right. It's the same argument. It really is.
And I understand that.
That's just the process of doing the work. It takes time.
It does take time.
And if you're saying that, how long has the body positive movement been like working and doing the work or whatever? It's not going to happen in a couple of decades. It's not even going to happen in like 30, 40 years.
And it's not even the body positive movement. It's like even previously in previous societies, or not in previous societies, but in previous years, like even in the 50s, like women were supposed to conform to this small like waist and like have this hourglass body just like it is today. So it's not like something that is just all of a sudden popping up because of the body positive movement.
I'm talking about the activism part. Like how long has that been going on? Because if you're saying people are doing the work and stuff, eventually it will get to that point where you will see a little bit of change, and eventually it will gradually grow. That's how everything works.
I just want to bring up like Tess Munster or Tess Holiday now, because she was like really popular in the body positive movement at first. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Yeah, I know who that is.
And like I hate her because like she was really... And that's awful to say because she was like really important to the body positive movement, or in today's society being the body positive movement. But she like did all this awful stuff to the people who supported her, and like didn't give away or didn't sell them her t-shirts after they paid like $40 out of their pocket. And like she did all this crazy awful stuff. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, where are we really going? And I'm sure you guys feel the same way, especially with black people being murdered every day, like, by the police. Like, where are we really going? Like, where are we going?
Prime example. In analogy with your airplane issue, this is just the issue because that's the example you brought up.
Mm-hmm.
You can complain all you want to, but you will not make a difference. You're only hindering yourself if you choose, because we already know they require bigger people over a certain size to buy 2 seats, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, they won't let you on that plane, correct?
No, they'll let you on the plane, and they'll call you out in front and say, hey, you're going to have to buy 2 tickets instead.
And if you refuse, then you can't ride, right?
I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I just know that that's what's happened.
Well, if you, I don't think people. Yeah, I think so too. I've heard about that, and I don't think you can ride unless you buy 2 seats. Just like if you don't buy the 2 seats and you can't ride the airplane, you won't get to your destination. Does it suck? Yes. Is it inappropriate for you to have to do that? Yes. Should they build bigger seats? Yes. But you are only stopping yourself if you do not buy the 2 seats. Like, for instance, when black men get pulled over and they have nothing going on, a car with a white person in it is speeding and the black person is going the average mile, but they need to get to meet their quota today, so they pull him over for a busted tail light. Next thing you know, he followed. Is it fair that he's asked to get out the car for nothing? No, it's not. But if he doesn't play by those rules, if he doesn't say, yes, okay, my hands are on the dashboard, I am doing this, I'm going to reach for my driver's license and my registration with my left hand.
And even if he does do that, they still get murdered. So
okay,
I just want to say, like,
but
that's
what I'm saying, if those
people
steps
still
are
get
not
murdered when they do those
they
steps.
do. But I'm saying, if they don't take those steps and be cautious,
they have a better chance getting
they have a better chance to live to fight the fight another day. You can fight your fight, but if you don't have anybody, if you're only going against the grain, you're not gonna fight any fight. You're just a complainer. You have to complain and have a solution for it. You just can't complain. Does it suck that I'm saying this? Yes. I hope I don't seem insensitive, because I'm not, because I understand. I truly do, on both ends. But the fact of the matter is that conformity has been going on a long time. And if you don't conform, when I say conform, I don't mean get skinny. I mean, buy the 2 seats, write to whoever you want to write to about having to buy 2 seats, go public with it after you prove that you've done it. You know what I mean? Because now you can say, hey, I did this and this is what I had to do because of this. This is unfair. This is discriminatory. And people of a certain size should not have to take this. Once you buy those seats. But if you never buy the seats, then you don't have any platform to grow on. Do you get what I'm saying, Gabby? Or am I just am I talking out the side of my neck?
No,
okay, never mind.
No, I get the point about sometimes you have to conform. I get that point, but I don't think you necessarily would have to get. I mean, like I said, you have 2 choices: get on the plane, don't get on the plane.
And if you choose not to get on the plane, then you're only hindering yourself.
No, I mean, then you just take a bus or whatever.
No, but I mean, if you choose not to get on a plane, when I say hindering yourself, I'm talking about bigger picture. If you are over a certain size and you don't want to get on a plane because you're going to have to buy 2 seats and that's your form of protest, you're only hindering yourself, because you will never go out the country. You'll never go overseas or anywhere.
Get on a boat or something, but
you can.
But who has them? You're trading. It's a trade-off. I mean, you don't want to give these corporations that are doing these things that you don't like your money, so you might as well do. It's like the when they did the Birmingham or the boycott, the bus boycott.
But they sat in those diners and did that. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I'm saying they gave up. They gave up getting on the bus. For some people had to walk to work.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know. This ain't really my deal. But KT, I mean, go ahead.
I'm through.
Because I don't like speaking on other people's stuff. Did you have any more questions, KT?
No.
We can't just end it like this.
I feel so awkward.
How both of our episodes gonna be like this?
Issues that touch the hearts of those closest to us.
This podcast gonna blow. Both of these episodes gonna blow up. I already know.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I just
what? What is it? Talk.
Like
Talk.
I just feel bleh.
Like, it does. It make you feel. It makes you feel.
No, what makes me feel bleh is like you guys not understanding it.
I just what part do I not understand? Tell me,
please.
What do I not understand personally?
Like, you guys just don't get it. Like, I understand that you want me to conform and just let go and buy the 2 tickets. But like Gabby said, that's what you said. But like Gabby said, listen. But Gabby said that you don't have to do that because you shouldn't have to give the money to them and blah blah blah. But like, at the end of the day, I feel like you guys are kind of going against me in a way because you don't want to. Like, I don't know. I just feel like you guys are going against me.
My only thing is you go. Okay, you said you want to go to the airplane people and request demand they give you the seats up.
And what happens when they tell you no?
Then I go, like you said, to someone higher up and speak with them and state that it's discriminatory.
But
like,
how are
you just continue to go up with the ladder. That's what happens.
But let me ask you a question. When you do this, because I'm thinking bigger picture. When you go up the ladder without purchasing those 2 seats,
you don't have to purchase.
I don't think you have to purchase it.
But that's
you
what I'm saying.
You don't have to be in that situation to know that it's happening.
Ladder, and you came up to me and I'm the top as you can go, I'm saying, well, ma'am, does it really matter? You never purchased those seats to begin with.
It does matter because, okay, I'm going to bring it back to something like so simple. How about like when your friend finds a hair in her food, and so then you go up to the manager or you go up to the person at the desktop desk and you're like, hey, we found hair in our food. I want to speak to your manager. And then they're like, okay, well, and it's you're talking to the manager. Mm-hmm. Your friend is the one with the hair in her food. So what if the manager's like, sorry, it doesn't really matter. You're not the one in that situation. It's your friend. Like,
that's true.
What? No, that's not what happened. It's still a hair in your food. Let me bring it back to
a hair in her food.
In her food. Let me bring it back to what about, okay, since we were talking kind of about like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Oh, it's not y'all's family that are being murdered by the police, so why does it matter? You know what I'm saying?
Because we're still Black.
Right, and I'm still fat. So when other fat people are going through these situations, it still matters.
I didn't say it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you kind of did. You said if I'm not in that situation, then you're going to go up the ladder and going to be like, who cares?
Well, yeah. I disagree with the what Joy was saying about they were not going to listen.
That's what you said.
No, I said
Rewind
if you don't buy the tickets, they can say, why does it matter? Because you never purchased those tickets.
Well, you weren't murdered by the police and neither was your family, so it doesn't matter. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the same situation. Obviously, 2 separate groups of people and obviously 2 separate groups of oppressed people, but it's kind of the same situation. Like, at the end of the day, fat people are still being oppressed and fat people are still being, like, discriminated or discriminated against. So just because I didn't experience it doesn't mean that I can't feel sympathy for the other people that did experience it.
I thought we were talking about you. I thought the situation was hypothetical. We were talking about her.
No, I think KT is saying if you say the people are going to be like, well, you didn't even buy a ticket
to her because she was there.
Then KT will be like, well, other fat people have had to go through this, so I'm just going off of their grievances.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that. Never mind, because obviously we have to have a part 2 because this is too close to the heart to understand what I'm saying right now.
No, I understand what you're saying, and you said it exactly how you said it.
No, I said it as in if you. Because I thought we were talking about you.
No, this is a hypothetical situation.
Was about you, right?
Right. If I go in and I say, hey, I was on the plane, and they were like, hey, you have to buy 2 tickets. And I said, no, I'm not taking 2 tickets. And so then I went up the ladder and I told the corporate, and I was like, hey, they told me I was going to have to buy 2 tickets. And I said, no, I wasn't going to. That's discriminatory. They shouldn't just be like, well, you didn't buy the 2 tickets, so why does it matter? You know, they shouldn't do that.
They shouldn't. I'm saying if they did that, though, the more than likely situation is that they're going to do that. Without proof, without hurt, you have no case. No, you don't, because this is what I'm saying. I can talk about it all you want, and people still say, it wasn't your family. Why does it matter? Why are you getting so upset about Black Lives Matter?
Because like you said,
that's what I'm saying.
It's Black people, so it's fat people. Like it's the same thing.
I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying.
Okay, y'all both agree with what each other's saying, but Joy is saying the corporation people might not agree. Long story short, it's just like last time. Y'all agreed to a certain point. The disagreement was the corporate people. Joy is saying the corporate people will say, well, you didn't have to pay for a ticket, so what do you want us to do? We're not going to give you we can't give you a refund. What else do you want? And then you will say, well, then I want bigger seats, and then you would do the work from there. But yeah, we spent like 20 minutes on this. If you want to read more about body positivity and activism and fat positivity and stuff like that. They have plenty of books on audibletrial.com/talkitout. Obviously we didn't get that much accomplished in this episode, but check out those books, and if you learn something very interesting, please relay it back to us. Obviously we're gonna have to come back to this at a later date, but
I would like everybody's input. That's what I would like.
Yeah.
I would like people to comment and people to leave what's the email address?
talkitoutpodcast@yahoo.com.
Please leave a comment or something if you agree, if you don't agree, because this obviously this podcast has not come to a conclusion. And
Right.
Talk It Out has not finished talking it out. It's
some more
debated
stuff
it
to
out.
talk out. Yeah.
We stamped it out like grapes, but we have not talked it out yet. We need to come back to this and get a conclusion on this. And I think that the more comments that we have from you guys, the podcast world, that the more we can talk about it.
And very good. Oh, that was audibletrial.com/talkitout. Also, going back to feedback, comments, if you have any likes, dislikes, if you got something you just really wanted to say, if you want us to shout you out, hit us up on our social media accounts, facebook.com/talkitoutpodcast, instagram.com/talkitoutpodcast, soundcloud.com/talkitout, and our Yahoo, talkitoutpodcast@yahoo.com. Hit us up. And again, thank you to everyone who's been supporting us, all the podcasts. We love you. We'll shout you out in our social media pages. This is Gabby.
KT.
This is Joy.
And this has been Talk It Out.